Hi everyone, welcome back to the Love and Toast Homestead. Today we are going to be canning pork shoulder, and it will basically be pulled pork in a can. So first I have my pork shoulders all defrosting in here. We're going to take it out of these, and then we're going to chop it up and can it up, okay? So we take these all over to the cutting board now. So now we're going to cut these up into 1-inch squares. First I'm going to bring all my canning jars over here though. Okay, so we're going to start out with the first one. Okay, so I'm going to save this, and I'm going to make ham soup and some broth out of this piece, just because it's still a little bit frozen. So now I'm going to cut these into 1-inch segments and put them in here, and we're leaving 1 inch of headspace. We're just going to do this all. So it's pretty straightforward. We're going to cut and do it in the jars. Okay, so now that we cut all this up, we have them in our jars. Our jars are filled up to 1 inch of headspace. So now we're gonna clean the rims, put our lids and seals on. Okay, so I just noticed my jar has a little divot in, so that's probably not going to seal well. So I'm going to have to put this into this other jar. Hopefully. Okay, that works. Okay. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick, and then we'll put. Okay, so I already cleaned these, so we're gonna just go ahead and pop these on. Checking to make sure they all look good and uniform. Okay, put the lids on. Oh. Fingertip tight. Okay, so now we're gonna go fill up our pressure canner. So make sure your rack is at the bottom. So this is an All-American pressure canner. I believe this one is 910. So in my instructions, it says to fill it up to 2 to 3 inches of water. So that's what I do. I know other people who have pressure canners. It says only 2 inches, but mine says 2 to 3. And so that's what I do because that's what mine says on here. And I know with the different models, the bigger it is, the smaller it is, it's gonna have different requirements. So make sure you read your instructions for your model. So we're gonna fill up the 2 to 3 inches of water. You can see my line right here is where I pressure can a lot. So it's gonna be 2 to 3 inches, and we're just gonna fill this baby up. Okay, so now that this is filled up, bring it over here. I always put this little notch end right here. And we're going to start filling up our canner now. Yeah, perfect. Only one to spare. That's not too bad. So now we're going to lubricate the rims of this with some olive oil. Okay, and we're gonna put our lid on. And tighten it up. So what I do is I go like this, and just slowly. Get them kind of not super snug, but tight, and then I'll go around and do it like super tight. Okay, so now we are ready to go. We're gonna turn our heat on high, and we're gonna wait until the steam starts coming out, and we'll set our timer for that. So now we have a steady stream of steam coming out. So we are going to set our timer for 10 minutes. So this ensures that it's able to clear and it has a clear vent. So we are going to set our timer for 10 minutes. Okay, our timer is about to go off in a couple of seconds. All right, so now we are going to put our weight on. The altitude is below 1,000. I'm going to put the 10-pound weight on. Timer just went off. We are going to put our weight on because my altitude is below 1,000. I'm going to put the 10-pound weight on. You can go to the National Canning Center and you can figure out on their table what weight you should put on. So if you're above 1,000, 15. But they also have different tables for a weighted canner, a dial canner. This is a weighted canner. So I'm putting the weight on. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this weight on and we're going to wait for it to jiggle. Once it jiggles, that's how we know it has come up to pressure or above pressure, because basically how you know it's above pressure because it's shaking constantly. So there's constantly pressure being escaped from here. But you can tell over here, we're not even close to 5, we're like at 1 or 2. So this is going to take a while to heat up. And then once it heats up, it will start to jiggle. And that is when we can set our timer. Okay, our weight is jiggling now, so we can set our timer for 90 minutes. So since it's jiggling a lot, I'm going to reduce the heat just slightly, just so we can get 1 to 4 jiggles per minute, because that is the goal. Because we don't want it to jiggle more than that because it's going to overpressurize, and we don't want to jiggle less than that because then it'll be underpressurized and it's not going to cook and can the food fully. So we are going to get this down to 1 to 4 jiggles by decreasing the heat a little bit, and we'll just keep an eye on it. Okay, so now that the timer is off, we are going to turn the heat off completely, and we're going to let this cool down. Okay, now that our pressure is at 0, we are going to take our weight off, and we are going to set our timer for 2 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to take our lid off. I'm going to do it the same way I put it on. I just loosen these, take these off, and go around. And then I'm going to unlock it, and then I'm going to tilt it away. There you are. Okay, so now that these are done, I'm going to wait 24 hours. I'll take the lids off and I'll clean them up and label them, and they're good for 2 years longer. So yeah, this video, let me know what you think. How do you can your pork and things you might be interested in. See ya!